Guys, it's been a while since I've done a video, and my bad for that one, but we have a very good one today. So we're comparing two guns that I thought were a similar price range, but they are not. The one I thought was better was a lot cheaper. So what we're comparing is this new one. It is the Eastern Crane Value Line Mark 18 replica. So what the Value Line are for them are a nylon receiver, but other than that, it is completely metal. So it's got a metal V2 gearbox, metal handguard, metal outer barrel, metal inner barrel, metal buffer tube, polymer buttstock. So this is good. It feels really light, but also quality. Like you can feel the metal in the handguard and wherever you hold it. So it feels like it's a metal gun, but it's a lot lighter. It comes with iron sights front and back, just your standard M18, and metal mag. So this will take Gen 8 magazines, and yeah, it also comes with sling mounts on the back, which I'm definitely going to use a lot. So yep, that's the overview for this one. It is a Value Line Eastern Crane Mark 18 replica. They go for $320 at Command Elite Hobbies. So next we'll switch over to the Mamba and we'll compare it to this one. So that one down, here we've got the Mamba. Nice and fat. So this has a 16-inch handguard, which is a lot bigger. I think the Mark 18's 8, the actual handguard. Yeah, about 8. This one runs you about $420, so almost $100 more, but it is fully nylon on the outside. So handguard, receiver, buffer tube, buttstock, magazine, they're all plastic, but the outer barrel is metal and the gearbox is metal. So yep, you also get iron sights that come with it from factory. I've just been using this, so it's got my sight, handguard, grenade launcher on it. It also takes Gen 8 mags, so these are interchangeable, which is good, as they're nice and cheap, unlike gas magazines. Yeah, I've used the Mamba for a bit. It's quite temperamental with gels, as it's got a really small inner barrel. But yeah, it is shooting around 380 FPS, supposedly, whereas the ENC is shooting about 300, which is good for indoor fields, as that's the limit at Urban Gel Ball near me, and this is at the limit for Donnybrook, where I do my milsims, so it's pretty good. This does about 7 rounds per second, so very slow, whereas the Eastern Crane does around 13 from memory, which is about good. That's where you want it. You won't chew up your gels, but it's a good enough fire rate. So yeah, we'll get to a comparison, but just for starts, let's show the size difference. There we go. You can tell this one's definitely outdoors, this one is indoors. I normally have a suppressor that goes to about there on the Mamba as well. So yep, that's the size difference between them. Overall, they're about the same weight, because this one's got a good bit of metal, as you can hear. This one is all nylon. And there is absolutely no flex in this Eastern Crane. I'll bring it up close. You can see there is a metal rod in there. It runs all the way through the handguard, which just keeps it sturdy. There is no wobble. Only shake is that metal sling mount. Whereas the Mamba also doesn't have very much shake, but it's just nylon. There is definitely a considerable amount there. Like, you notice it when you're shooting the thing. So yep, now we'll get to a bit of shooting, see the fire rate difference, and I probably can't really show the accuracy, but I'll try and tell you guys how it is. But yep, there is a $100 price difference, not including any of the options. This is stock internally. That one came out of the box yesterday. So yeah, we'll get into a bit of shooting, see the difference, and wrap up as to what entry-level gel blast you should get, because I consider both of these entry-level, depending on what you want to do. So outdoor milsims, I went with this one because that's what I do. The Eastern Crane seems like a very good CQB gun for a very good price for what it is, as it's the cheapest that the ENC do, I think, and the quality feels amazing. I've shot it twice, so yeah, we'll get into that. I'm excited to shoot both of these and actually do a comparison. So here we go. We'll start with the Eastern Crane. Got it loaded up with gladiators. We're just going to go semi-auto, a few shots. We'll hear how it sounds. One thing that you can tell with the price difference is this has no mag prime, but one cool thing it does have, you open that the dust cover, and that charges, which you can release using the bolt release. So it's almost like it's a little bit more realistic, and you can actually charge it and then it does release when you hit the bolt release. But yeah, the thing that does annoy me is then closing the dust cover. I'm surprised I got it first go, but it is temperamental. So we'll get to a few shooting and you can see how it sounds. So it's quite loud, but I guess that might be because it's a shorter barrel and this is probably the 10th shot it's shot, so it's still getting used to it and breaking it in. Okay, now we'll do a little full auto burst just so that you can hear the rate of fire. They're pretty good. I'd say that's good because you won't chew through your gels as if it's like a 25, 30 RPS, but it's definitely enough that if they don't call the hit, just little burst, they're gone. So yep, now I'll put this battery, which is an 11 volt, into the mumber, and we'll just see the differences. So yeah. Okay, here we go. Got a mag loaded up in the mumber. I tried one, it didn't work. So got a second one. Let's close that. As I was going to say before, but mag didn't work. This one has a charging handle, which is not the mag prime, as in most gel blasters. But instead, the bottom of the bolt release, that's your mag prime, which I like because when you're shooting, it's right where your thumb will sit if you hold it there. So yep, now I'll do a few semi-auto shots just to hear how it sounds compared to the, what's it called? Eastern Crane. So there we go, significantly quieter, but that could be due to the nylon possibly absorbing some of the noise, or just the longer barrel helping to muffle it. And now we'll do a burst on auto to hear the fire rate. So, not too bad. A little bit slower than the Eastern Crane, I think, but yeah, quicker than I thought it was. I don't know why. I probably use my 7.4 normally. But yeah, that's the differences between the two guns, and yeah. I will now point out a few of the things that I do and don't like about the Eastern Crane rifle. One that I do like is the metal magazine. What I don't like is the metal magazine. If you see here, that's the loading gate. So you have to get your finger into there and open it up. And then you have your wires exposed. I don't like that for some reason. It's just hard to open. Whereas the Gen 8s, flick that open, nice and easy, pour the speed loader in. I guess I'm also used to that, but it's just, that seems a lot easier to me than wedging your fingernail in a tiny spot to open the magazine gate. So I like the metal, but I don't like how you load it. And then as far as the actual feels of the gun, I prefer it to the mumber. So even if they're the same price, I'd be going with the Eastern Crane. You do lose the charging handle, but that's no biggie. Like, as soon as you've run your mag for a second on full auto, you'll be shooting. So just before you start, do a little burst until it shoots and then you're set to go. So yeah, out of these two, I'd definitely say that Eastern Crane is a better gun, and I'd go with it if you have the option to. You can pick them up from Command Elite Hobbies. They come with a better warranty than the mumber, I'm sure. I'm not 100%, but the mumber broke on me just out of warranty, and its warranty was 1 month, so that cost a good bit to get all its wiring redone. And the mumber's just jammy, and it's meant to be a good gun. So compared to this Eastern Crane, which feels quality, there's no wobble, I was sure it cost way more, but yeah, no, it's definitely in that budget entry-level range, but it feels as good as some of the proper guns I've used. Short enough to use in CQB, but also you'd be able to use it even out at Donnybrook on some of the long range days. So yeah, I would definitely pick one of these up. You can get them from Command Elite Hobbies. They have a whole ENC range going up to like $900 for some of the big ones if you want them. But yeah, they have like the Ultra line, which I think have like a MOSFET in them, full metal. Then these, the value line, and then there might just be some standard mid-range ones that they have. So yeah, check them out. Also, the gels I'm using are Gladiators. They're my pick for anything. Not indoors though, because they're too hard. But yeah, check out Command Elite. Get yourself an Eastern Crane rifle and a packet of Gladiators. They don't overgrow. They grow really consistently and they hurt. So yeah, have a good one, guys. Like and subscribe.